Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to LadyGang. I am Beccatobin here with Jack Vanek and Keltieknight. Hello, ladies.
Hello, LadyGang.
Keltie, is that a vintage Chanel?
Oh, yeah, it is.
Oh, you know.
It is.
Wait, what do you mean it is?
She likes the fence, and I also like the fence.
Yeah.
What's the fence?
I don't want to tell you. You're not
look
going to like
Look it up on TikTok.
Is it fake?
I don't want to tell you because I know you're going to hate it.
I hate fake designer things.
Yes, I know.
Why bother?
Well, because
I don't understand this.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
I like the shoes.
yeah.
Okay.
Because
I understand that.
because you can't find a non-designer shoe that looks like some of the shoes that I like by designers,
Yes.
but I don't want to pay $1,500 for a rubber shoe.
I 1,000% understand that. So you know what? My mind has been changed.
Done.
Maybe not with clothes or handbags.
Yeah. So for me, it was a stress release. So I really got suckered into the TikTok called The Fence Finds, which
Yeah.
is like where people put all the things that they found on this particular site. And I don't want to get, in trouble or whatever.
No.
So anyway,
It's like the dark web.
it's the dark web, and
It's not the dark
No,
web.
it's not. And so I have purchased a few things, and they're really good.
I know.
Like I got a Chanel slide and a Louis Vuitton like makeup case that I literally put it beside my friends, and you can't even. There's no difference. And then I got sucked in deeply where I just started ordering everything that was $10. And so this is one of those particular outfits, and I just went to my closet and I was like, I want to put something on. And I just felt like I was hot. I wanted a tank, and it was just sitting there. It hasn't been worn yet. It probably will never be worn again. It's not bad quality.
I think it's cute.
So this was an actual. So for people who can't see us right
Yeah.
now, it's like a sweater vesty type
Yeah.
pastel with
Yeah.
the Chanel. Was this an actual sweater that they made?
I have no idea.
Okay, well
That's the problem.
The problem.
The problem is, yes, and that's how you get caught.
Because
Yeah.
you have a Chanel shirt that
like,
was never
it
made
didn't
for
get
Chanel.
made.
There are certain. Bless you.
Sorry, it must be really fake, and like it just comes from the
having
factory.
an allergic
There's
reaction.
dust. I am literally like having an allergic
Okay,
reaction.
well,
too.
it's time for.
Good week.
Yes, it is.
Bad week. Oh, no.
Okay, I'll start. You guys, this is the podcast. I'm in my retract that era.
Oh,
Wow.
Retract that
She's
era.
retracting.
So, I got called out for never having worn a one piece. And then everybody was like, no, you have. There's
Yeah.
like 10 pictures of you in one pieces, which
Yeah.
still blows my mind.
yeah.
So I have found a spray tan
Oh.
that does not look like a spray tan. And the way that I found this place is I'm in Texas, outside in the sun, and my neighbor, who is this amazing woman in her 70s,
Yep.
Donna.
Donna,
Love her.
She's the greatest neighbor of all time. And she comes around and says hi. And I'm like, Donna, did you just go to like the Bahamas? You look glowing.
Oh.
And she's like, blonde, light eyes. Like we have very similar coloring. So when somebody like that has a glowing tan,
Yep.
I need to know every detail.
Yeah, where am I going?
She's like, oh, honey. It's 360 Tan. They got 2 locations in this. It's the gem of the South. And I was like, oh my God, Donna. And I was like, this is really just spray? She's like, it's all spray. And I inspected her fingers, her teeth, all the things.
Her tits?
No, her tits, her teeth.
Her teats. Her teats.
So I was like, you know what? I have a family vacation, so it doesn't matter how crazy I look.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
going to be my trial run.
Yeah.
Love it.
I went in there. This girl couldn't be older than 21 years old. I'm like, she doesn't know her way around a spray tan booth. There's no way.
this is gonna be good.
It's going to be good. And she's chatting it up with me. And I'm like, I wish you'd pay more attention to what's going on,
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And then she did this powder on me because I was like, I don't want to smell. I know that's like asking the world to have a spray tan and not smell.
of spray
You
tan.
do?
Keep going.
Gross.
Yeah.
And I've every formula. They're like, it doesn't smell. It doesn't smell.
It
And then
always
you
reeks
reek.
for days.
You guys, Kelsey at this place
360 tan.
knocked it out of the park.
Really?
I have never looked better.
Do you have it right now?
No,
Oh.
it's gone by now. But I bought it monthly.
She bought it
for
monthly?
$24 freaking dollars a month. I can go in there once a month and get myself
Are you
sprayed.
kidding me? One spray tan here is $60.
Yeah. Texas.
I got to get out of here.
Congrats.
Oh my God. A monthly?
Yeah. I mean, an abortion costs $6,000 because you got to
true.
fly out of the state. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So my bad week is that I have married someone who's so good at so many things, but Zach Martin is a bad online shopper.
What way?
He doesn't return anything.
Oh, I know.
Returns are hard.
I am about to call in like the big guns of couples counseling because I am so angry when I look at the things that he has bought, didn't work out, and did not make their way back to the mail shop
That's bad.
across the street.
Well, first of all, what's a mail shop? Like, no wonder
They
you
call
can't
themselves
return-
the mail shop because they do all, they
All
do
type-
FedEx,
It's
UPS.
the postal annex. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, do we
Yeah.
have those here? Is this another Texas
It's like the
thing?
postal annex, but
Yeah.
also,
I don't think I have those.
yeah, it's anyways, it's right across the street.
Yeah.
And thousands of dollars. He bought a carrier for hiking to put Ford in. Ford looked at that thing and was like, absolutely not. You get in there. And we couldn't get him in there one time. It's
no.
$400.
Oh, no.
Guess what? He missed the window to return it. So now I forced him to put it
Facebook
on
Marketplace.
Facebook Marketplace. And I'm like, we don't have any bites. Because you know what? Summer's over. People aren't hiking with their kids anymore. He missed both boats and I'm about to ship him off on a boat.
Yeah, that's
I love it.
not good.
Stop online shopping. If you can't return responsibly, you can't shop responsibly.
Returns are so daunting, though.
It doesn't matter.
They always are when I do, because I let mine pile up until like the very last minute, and then I have to go everywhere. I don't have a postal annex. I got to go to the post office, got to go UPS, FedEx.
Well,
Takes me half a day.
I'm sorry, but
It hurts.
you're burning money.
I return
Well, if
mine.
you get it back in time, you're not. But yes, he's burning money.
Tisk.
Jacqueline?
I'll go. Okay, so my good week. The other day, so I always wake up before Jared. I wake up like an hour before him and I sit in bed and have my coffee or whatever. So the other day I was doing just that. Jared was dead asleep and he kind of turns over and he like looks at me, but his eyes are closed. Like he's still dreaming. And he goes, boy, I sure hope so. And then like turns back around and goes to sleep.
No.
But like kind of like flutters his eyes and like
Yeah.
turns back over. And I'm like, he is not a sleep talker. Like this is the first time this has ever happened. He says, boy, I sure hope so. And I'm like, I've got to know what he is dreaming about.
Yeah.
So he wakes up.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jared, what were you dreaming about? You like said this thing. I got to know. He's like, I was dreaming that it was the night before our wedding. And every night when I go to bed, I always tell Jared, I'm like, see you tomorrow. And so he's like, you said, see you tomorrow the day before our wedding. And I answered, boy, I sure hope so.
Oh my God.
Whoa, dark, but
Dark.
also cute.
I was like, oh my God. It was really cute. It
love
was
it.
really cute. But
I
I
love
was like, it was literally the only time I've ever heard him sleep talk in my entire life.
This is how I believe in past lives because that's not really a term he would normally use, right?
Exactly.
Like, boy, I sure hope so.
Yeah.
I think you adopt like the vernacular of your past life and the past like century that you came from. And that's like when you inhabit those, like when you go under anesthesia and they say you say crazy
Yes.
shit.
Yeah. Or when you have like a heart transplant and then you start speaking Spanish.
Yep.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Wow. Okay.
Boy, I sure hope so.
Boy, I sure hope so. My bad week. You know how I told you guys about my video going viral and all the Karens coming on it?
Yeah.
Well, it happened again.
Oh, no.
This one on my video with Jared, we were walking down, getting our picture taken, and his hand is on my waist. And I was like, take your hand
Yeah.
off my waist. And then the photographer's like, no, the hand looks really good on your waist. So I was like, fine, put it back. Again, same thing happened. All of my followers like, so funny, haha. And then the Karens being, didn't want him touching her until she heard it's good for photos. Rip up those marriage papers before they're fired. Then there's all of these comments basically saying that I'm a bridezilla and then we're going to get divorced. So one thing I would look forward to about having a husband is for him to put his hand on my waist as we walk.
She was not in wife mode. She was in work mode. Work is Instagram.
No, the reason why I did it, because it looks awkward. It looks awkward if his and he's awkward when he does it to me. So I'm like, this is gonna look weird. So I'm like, just like move your hand off for a little bit.
You were art directing. You were art directing. It wasn't you. That wasn't Jack loving Jerry. That was art directing these photos because you have dreamed about this. You had a whole courthouse look, like this whole vibe, and you're like, this is what's gonna look good when I put it on Instagram. You're doing your due diligence for that dress designer. Do you know what I mean? You got to have the right look.
I'm getting those photos.
Yeah, get those photos. Like you were art directing that moment, and I do this to my husband all the time, and I think it's good that we're talking to you about it as you go into marriage, because it is now you're married, and you have to be very sensitive to your art direction of your marriage. Okay, I have a good week, bad week combo. So I had a meltdown. I was lying in bed having a big cry, and I've recently put on winter bedding because I need like so much love in my life right now. So I put very, very comfortable bedding. I was in bed. It was 1:30 p.m. I decided I'm going to take a half-hour nap before I go to E, and I'm having a cry. And out of the blue, I get a text message from Jonathan Bennett. And his text message is like so lovely. And he's like, hey, I'm thinking about you, and I know you're like launching the show right now. It's probably so stressful, and there's so much pressure, but just try to enjoy this moment. Like you did it, girl. Like you so really did it. Like
didn't he send us a really nice message when we did LadyGang TV?
Yeah. And he was like, you did it. Don't let anything be clouded. Like this is a big deal. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe you just messaged me this because I'm in bed crying. And then he sends me a video, and he literally selfied a video, and he's like, we're not doing that, girl. And he's like, we're not doing this. We are not going to blow this moment, because no matter what happens, this is your moment, and we are going to appreciate it, because in 2 years, when the show is not on the air anymore, and you'll be like, I ruined the whole time I was doing it. I was so miserable.
Yeah.
Kind of like LadyGang TV, where it's like you're just chasing ratings and you're feeling like a failure and all this stuff. And I was like, oh my God, like thank you for sending this. I watched it like 4 times on repeat, and I was like, I can live another day. So then I drive to work. I get out of my car. I go to the E, my dressing room. And at E, there's like just a very long hallway with like 10 dressing rooms. And like mine's the third one. I'm walking. And I turn and look in the dressing room. Guess who's sitting there?
Jonathan Bennett.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He was on E that night. I had no idea.
Oh, cute.
And so he looked at me and he goes, oh! And I went, oh! And I ran over to him, and then he just hugged me, and I bawled my eyes out.
Oh my
For
God.
like 20 minutes, where the producer that was like trying to produce him and like pre-interview him walked out. I was like, I'll give you guys a minute. And then I was like, my next thought was like, we forget Jonathan Bennett's body for hugging.
Oh, it's great.
My God. He is so broad. Like there's a reason that he's the hunk in all the Hallmark movies.
Yeah.
Like this man has a shoulder and a pectoral.
That's a prerequisite for Hallmark,
and
I think.
he just like, he enveloped me, and like, then I backed up and I was like, I've honestly never had a hug feel so good. Like he's
You
like,
needed it.
he's like a big, like muscular man, and it was just so weird that he was there. And I was like, the universe it's all happening for a reason. And like, that was just
very
nice.
kismet.
So it was my bad week because I was having a cry, but my good week because Jonathan Bennett
What a nice
took
friend.
me
He's your
emotional support human.
yeah.
I know. And then he was just like, you're fine. We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
Cute.
Don't ruin it. I was like, okay. He's like, look at me. I've been hustling my whole life. Like I still am like trying. And I was like, seems exhausting.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. See you in a bit.